Okay, in this part, it looks at what's going on in the proximal convoluted tubule, tubular reabsorption. Okay, so I want to draw our own version of this. Okay, so this represents the glomerulus. Okay, and then inside you have the all the knot of capillaries. Okay, so we'll just color that as red, the podocytes and all that. And then this is the proximal convoluted tubule. So that's what all that represents. And we have the nephron loop, also known as the loop of Henle, and the distal convoluted tubule, and the collecting duct. In the orange there. Okay, and then the collecting duct, all this will eventually spill into the urinary bladder. All right, so I'm going to draw arrows that are going to go into the tubes here, so the proximal convoluted tubule, and the arrows represent the direction of what the body is going to get rid of. Okay, so this would be secretion, so tubular secretion, or what you are going to get rid of. Okay, so it's going to be things like creatinine, antibiotics, diuretics, uric acid, hydrogens, and NH3s, which is ammonia. Okay, so all of that goes into the proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, in the nephron loop, you have urea that is put in to the nephron loop. And then in the distal convoluted tubule, you're going to have potassium, hydrogen, urea, drugs, and toxins are things that the distal convoluted tubule will help you get rid of. And in the collecting duct, potassium, hydrogens, and keep in mind getting rid of hydrogens is going to help you with the acid-base balance, right? So pH is actually potency of hydrogen. So if you're getting rid of hydrogens, you're going to, that's a buffer, right? So that'll keep you neutral. A buffer resists acidity. Okay, also NH4. This is ammonium. And this is also an area where you're going to keep water. Okay, so water is drawn out of the tube there. Okay, on the next slide, we're actually going to look at what your body is going to keep. All right, this one is going to be about what you're going to keep or reabsorb. And so this is the glomerulus. And then you have your knot of capillaries in there with the podocytes and all that. Here is your proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, or nephron loop, the distal convoluted tubule, and collecting duct. Okay, so things that you're going to keep. So we're going to draw an arrow that's going to come out of the tubes. So sodium chloride, potassium, water, and these are things that are taking place in the proximal convoluted tubule. HCO3s, which is a bicarbonate, glucose, and amino acids. All right, in loop of Henle, the stuff you're going to keep will be sodium chloride, magnesium, calcium, water, and potassium. Okay, stuff that you'll reabsorb. And then in the distal convoluted tubule, stuff that's being drawn out or that you're keeping, sodium chloride, calcium, water. And then in the collecting ducts, you're going to be keeping lots of water.